start by introducing myself. I'm sure most of you know me. My name is Tim Davis. I'm with the City of Moscow Sanitation Department. We began, and this is going to be kind of the short and sweet version, but we began a master planning process back in February. We hired Great West Engineering out of Boise. A big part of that study was predicated on the recycling center. We've got some issues down there, and part of the study involved potentially moving that site to a different location. We have struggled trying to find a convenient location within the city limits. Through this study, we did a number of surveys, public surveys, and one of the biggest answers that we got back from the survey was people wanted that kept within the city limits. So, long story short, we evaluated the sanitation system programs, the recycling system program. We also looked at the possibility of doing a local material recovery facility to try to create some local jobs and take care of some of that single stream material here locally. And again, we looked at potentially moving that recycling center. We held a council workshop, and the takeaway from that workshop was even though that site has issues, we think that with some of the prototypical designs that we came up with during that study, that we can incorporate those on the existing site. So right now, I'm working with a consultant. We'll be going back to City Council with some recommendations for the existing site. One of those will likely be to potentially move the processing building, the baling facility off-site, possibly up to the solid waste processing facility, which gives us a 1.7 acre piece of property that we feel that we can really do something special with. So that's kind of where we're at now. We're not there yet, but ultimately it will be a council decision based on these recommendations.
Where does that leave the police station that was supposed to go?
I don't know. I don't know.
And everything's predicated on that $10 million bond that they have yet to really officially propose. Is that
I don't know
still
that
in
I'm the one to
discussion?
answer that.
Okay.
I'm trying to take care of the recycling center.
Tim, I know it's a sore spot, but you're mentioning the 1.7 acre parcel, and I'm wondering about opening it up a little bit with trying to find a buyer for those old recycling totes that were the wrong color for their purposes. Have you advertised that like your national
Lake House
cities?
Sanitation in the beginning did try to do some sales. They have been utilizing some of them out in the county, and they are paying the city back over the course of 5 years for those. So, you know, we're always open to, you know, different uses for those.
So can the general public acquire them for
I
some?
would assume so. They're owned by LSI.
Yeah, or if we, could help find a buyer, like I'm thinking through National League of Cities or some organization, there must be, so they don't just degrade on site.
I think the hard part with those is that it's like etched in. You know how your recycling bin is etched in, it says Lake House Sanitation and had our logo real big on it? I think that might be part of the problem.
There are plans online to turn them into rain catchment barrels, so people could turn them into rain barrels.
Where did you see that?
It's online, I can find it again, probably, or I'm sorry. Page it up.
What's the financial impact of if you move the baling portion out to the landfill?
I'm sorry.
What's the
Financial
financial
impact.
impact in terms of gas transporting the materials out to the landfill for the baling part?
And basically what we have, and what I've been doing is, excuse me, kind of a tonnage breakdown, is a lot of the materials that are running through that facility now are coming from commercial trucks, which ultimately drive out there every day anyway. That's where they're housed. So having that facility out of the downtown area really opens that property up. So we don't know the real financial impact yet. That will be a process that the city will have to go to LSI and ask for a proposal. What's this gonna take? What's this gonna cost us over time?
a second building spot, recycling spot,
A
an
second.
option? Is this one follows?
We haven't been able to find one thus far. The other side of this too is we've got some real problems with our yard waste facility on the backside of the recycling center. It's really kind of an unsafe access area there off of Almond. Seasonally, we don't have near the space that we need to handle all the leaves and the grass and so forth. So we'd really like to expand that. There was some talk at the workshop about possibly moving the yard waste to a different facility, but even that is hard. It's hard to find property within the city limits that's convenient for folks to use, quite frankly. Everything that we've been able to find is on the outskirts, either south or east for the most part. And if you're gonna go on the outskirts east, you might as well drive out to the solid waste facility. And nobody wants all this yard waste and recycling and everything else traveling through town to get clear out to the outskirts of the city limits. It's just not convenient for folks. So those are kind of some of the things we're wrestling with.
My neighbors don't recycle, but they pile up tons of cardboard by the alley, which is a earwig nesting site, by the way. And I told them, they're paying for recycling anyway, right? Can I order a recycling bin and just have you bring it to their place? And they might start
Like feeding the
recycling.
horse to water. I think a better approach might be to just have our code enforcement folks go speak to them about, letting material like that.
I talked to them last year, I told them you're paying for this anyway. I don't know why they can't use a recycling bin.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
No, and they pile up, they use a lot of cardboard, so.
You could give them Tim's business card and a
Yeah.
Christmas card, just
Yeah, there you
give
go.
them
Okay.
your name and a Christmas
I'll
card.
talk to you again.
Great. Well, that was the bell again, so I want to thank Stevie and Tim and Brandy and Louise very much for being here today and for all your great questions. We didn't have time to resort my garbage.